So you and I have been talking about this on LinkedIn too, the Jay-Z's commentary at the Grammys. When he started his speech, I was like, wait a minute. Like, I was like, he's really saying this.
You know what makes me sad? And because I feel like there's a certain demographic of people who got that speech immediately. And, you know, when I looked at Beyonce's face, what I saw was someone who was really visibly moved that their partner was actually advocating for them in a position that they would not find themselves in. Right. So he took the opportunity, however complex and layered that actual award is, because Dr. Dre has his own issues, but like he took that opportunity in the moment where he's being honored to speak truth to power about something that was really important. And what do? I go to TikTok and I see that there's a group of specific people who are just like, how he embarrassed his wife and how could he actually take that moment. And, you know, maybe what she would really, really appreciated is you not cheating on her. And I was like, if she's forgiven her husband about whatever their inside marital situations are, I bought
none of her business.
I love it. I don't know how much of it is. I actually don't care. But like we've missed critical thinking where we're not able to actually take the speech and understand exactly what he's talking about. And one person commented on a specific video, and a Black woman who said, y'all are really doing this in Black History Month. And the comments were like, what does this have to do with Black History Month? And I was like, okay, well, where is the next spaceship pickup drop? Like bags are packed. Me and my husband and my dogs are just waiting for the next.
Come take us. Please swing by DC and grab me. Yeah. I was just like, honestly, I was like, you advocating for your partner and making commentary about something very real is just, what could you say about that? Like, I don't care. Like, maybe the man, like, whatever he did in their personal life, we don't know. I'm also like, we literally don't know. What we know is fiction. Unless you show me the proof. Like, unless you're there and you're like,
I don't want to know, actually. I'm actually standing on what he's talking about, which affects a lot of us, which is us not being recognized, even though we are going above and beyond, which, you know, I'm trying to pull back from because I actually don't want to be extraordinary anymore. I think I just would like to do my best and then go read a book at 6:30 and like call it a day. I'm kind of with you. But like, if there's anybody who deserves for their name to be spoken about, it would be someone who's, you know, done the likes of a Beyonce, right? Like there's a lot of Beyoncés at work.
There's a lot of Beyoncés at work. Oh my God, that's the episode title. But there's a lot of Beyoncés at work, and we need to protect Black women. Honestly, every month I'm like, we need to protect Black women. Is everyone listening to me? Get on board. We need to protect them because all the data shows that Black women do not have it easy at work. And here's all the factual data that shows you line by line how they are mistreated every single day by this world, by this company.
Whatever. I am sitting here able to talk to you given the lineage that I have, where I didn't even have parents or grandparents who worked in a corporate setting. I don't know what the playbook is that I think a lot of people take for granted when they did have family members who knew how to play golf or, you know, get promoted easily or earn, you know, the actual amount that they're supposed to. A lot of us are entering this workplace with no playbook. So, and the resources that we're getting from our companies are not enough. So,
and they're doing trauma and they're actively creating trauma for us.
100%. So I try to be a person who learn from my wins and learn from my mistakes constantly, which is the only reason why I stay on social media. Because I know there's a lot of people entering the workplace who look like me, who actually don't know what they're supposed to do.
Oh, I love that. Don't make me cry at this episode. I'm not well. I'm very emotional. No, I mean, like, I think about that a lot. Like, I'm not a Black woman, but I mean, like, I have so much empathy for them though, because I experience my own, and it's not to be extreme Black woman heaven. I would never deign to say like I have the same experience as a Black woman. That's not allyship. It's allyship to me is like understanding both of us are experiencing different circumstances and supporting each other is what brings me joy in life, honestly. Yeah. But I think about being like a first generation, like not my parents were immigrants, right? And so my dad didn't know anything other than like work really hard and you get rewarded.
Right.
And I'm like, but I can work really hard and the game is still different for me than it is for other people. And I just set myself over the edge doing it.
I love that. And it's like not competition Olympics for sure, but I think we can learn something from each other on what our journeys are. You know, one of the first books I read in college that helped me to understand the immigrant story was Polly Marshall's Brown Girl, Brown Stones, about the Jamaicans coming into New York during the 60s and not understanding that they would be treated like Black Americans, which they did not feel like. They were actually trying to model themselves after the Jewish community because they felt more kinship to that. Work hard, build up your blah, blah, blah. And so when they got here and experienced racism, they were flat out flabbergasted. Like, what do you mean? We are not.
Could you imagine?
You know what I mean? Like,